Madhuri, are you ready? You can share the screen. You can start anytime now.
Okay, then we'll start up with for today's demo session. So for today, I'm showing the standardization of sodium hydroxide versus potassium hydrogen phthalate. So here, hydrogen phthalate is acting as an acid, and sodium hydroxide we all know is a base. So we will take those two for the standardization. So this is a demo session for acid-base titration, because now we have already done a tutorial on acid-base titration. So I will show one more. So let us start the standardization of sodium hydroxide versus potassium hydrogen phthalate. Okay, for this I will
Madhuri, can you make it full screen? People are asking.
Yes. Okay, now is it clear? Because when I show full screen, I will lower a little down because end part is not seen properly. I'll make it to 3/4. Now I think it is good, I think. Is it clear now for all of you?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, because if I make it for completely full screen, at the end last part of solution info panel is not seen properly. Yeah, okay. So I'll make the theme to a bit big. So presentation. Yeah, now. So we will go to our work. So we'll go to file, load homework, and then acid-base titration. In the acid-base titration folder, we will choose standardization of sodium hydroxide. This is the option here. I'll say okay. Doesn't matter, we'll do it again. Oh, for all of you also this issue might happen. Please, if it happens, you can reopen the window. Go to default lab setup once again and then open it. This time it will open. Okay, here we have here I have opened the standardization of sodium hydroxide window. On the left side in the Stockroom Explorer, we have got water and solutions cabinet and a problem description. Okay, let me click on the problem description first. Okay, so problem description says standardization of sodium hydroxide. It's an acid-base titration. And then the experimental procedure is shown here, that we have to use disposable pipette and then take small amount of phenolphthalein. Here we are using phenolphthalein as indicator. We'll take 0.3 ml of phenolphthalein, and then we will in the solutions cabinet we have got KHP, that is potassium hydrogen phthalate, and 1m sodium hydroxide. So and then do the titration process. So I will do it now. So I will open my solutions cabinet, and here we have got 1m sodium hydroxide, 1 molar sodium hydroxide. I will get it to the workbench, and then we have got 0.5 molar KHP, and then we have got the indicator phenolphthalein. For the phenolphthalein, when we do the titration, the end point detection is pale pink color. So we will use the same. Let me retrieve the required glassware from the glassware menu. Okay, let me click on glassware menu. I will take a burette. If we have got 50 ml burette, I'll keep it aside. Here, what we see is when we click on the 0.5 m potassium hydrogen phthalate, in the solution info panel, it says 25 ml. So the same flask I'm going to use for titration. So I will not pour this into anything else. Okay. I'll take this directly and start the titration. Okay, so and then add 0.3 ml of phenolphthalein. I will drag the phenolphthalein bottle towards it. I will type 0.3 in the transfer amount input bar, and then click on pour. Okay, here I have added, so I'll put it back to its place. Now we have got 25.3 ml of the solution in the solution info panel, and start to titrate. Before that, I will fill my burette with sodium hydroxide. So here I will put 50 ml in the burette and put it back. Yeah, I think one more thing I want to tell here. When I put this, just check the burette. After adding 50 ml also, we can still see that some amount of the burette, it looks that the burette is not completely filled, though the solution info panel says 50. That is because the 50 ml is actually filled till the end of the nozzle. So that is why exactly even up to the end of the tap it is filled. That is why here in the section where it is magnified, you don't see it as 0, but still the volume is 50 ml. Let me put it back. Okay, now we will start the titration. So initially when we start the titration, I will use precise transfer, and in the first section I will transfer very small amount, that is 0.2 ml up, and then later I will transfer 0.1 ml. Okay, so I will go to tools, transfer, precise transfer. I'll put the burette on the flask, earthenware flask. In the transfer amount input bar, I will type 0.2 because we are doing it in the first session. We will do 0.2. The endpoint is detected around 13.2. So let me start. Let me start pouring now. Slowly. So as I pour, please notice that the changes happening in the solution info panel. Also, there is a change in temperature when the titration is happening. We can see that the temperature is changing, and also we can see that the molarity is changing on the solution info panel. I will keep adding slowly so that you can detect. Please keep an eye on the pH meter. The pH meter is also changing. We will keep adding till the 6th ml when the pH turns to 6. Slowly so that the titration is going on smoothly. Please notice the change in temperature.
A speedometer is required, madam, here?
Spectrometer? No, the spectrometer is not shown here actually. Okay, so when I'm reaching around 6, I will just put little slowly so that I'll change the transfer to 1. Just few more drops, I think that's sufficient.
Yeah, Madhuri, in the chat, Anki is asking, will it be realistic transfer first? So, realistic transfer, if you do, you can transfer, but it needs, more control on your mouse.
Yes.
So,
yes, that is
yeah,
true. Actually,
you can show that
have
also, Madhuri. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
show,
I'll
you
just
can
go.
change to realistic transfer and then show. It's difficult to control mouse sometimes because the control is in your mouse.
Okay, mouse. Yeah. Okay, actually, when I do realistic, I can do realistic transfer also. Like I can slowly add because I'm having a little doubt. If I do it, if I just do it quickly, I think it will become dark pink. I don't want it to happen into dark pink because just 2 more drops I think will finish off the titration. So let me add 1 more drop. I think it is just close to 7. Yeah, just 1 more. I think, can you all see the pink color? Let me add just 1 drop so that you can see. Yeah, it's actually done. You all can see the pink color. If I add 1 more drop, it will make it.
No, ma'am. There is no color.
No color, ma'am. No color.
Yeah, I think it is seen actually. The color is already seen and you can see the pH change.
Madam,
The color is
generally we can see the color of phenolphthalein after pH process 8, ma'am.
14.5.
But then it is already 7 anyway. I'll just add 1 more
Just
drop.
add 1 more. Let the pH changes appear. Then you.
Oh, now it is visible, ma'am. It is
The
seen, ma'am.
pH has actually risen and the pH has gone cross 10. So actually at 7.5, I could see the color very nicely. But when it became 7.67, I could see the color. But then now just one more drop made it to actually dark color. Okay, but actually the pH change was happening at 7.8. I could see the color, but you maybe not see it properly. Anyway, so this was this. So let me check the values on my. The volume ran down is 36.7. So that is 50 minus 36.7. That is the volume of sodium hydroxide run.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you show that spectrometer thing now with this color? How do we identify that?
For this particular lab setup, the spectrometer is not available actually. So I cannot show, because in some cases in a default lab setup you could see spectrometer, but then here I cannot show you the spectrometer because that is not accessible for this experiment.
Madam, could you show that default lab spectrometer?
Yes, I can show. Okay, now the reaction is over here. Just give me a minute, I will show the calculation part. Then I'll go to default lab setup. Okay, so this was the calculation part. That is, sodium phthalate has potassium hydrogen phthalate has reacted with sodium hydroxide and it formed a sodium salt. So on the burette, when I ran down 13.2 was my correct color change. When the pH change has happened to 7, it has crossed 7 at 13.2. And the calculation is normal, that is M1V1 is equal to M2V2. So I have put the values and the molarity is 0.946, that is close to 0.94, and which is good. Actually, the reported value here says, when I click on the problem description, the reported value says that it is around 13.2 and the concentration is 0.944, so close to it. Anyway, we have a slight error while we are doing it, so that is good enough. 9.4, the second digit is correct. Okay, I'll go to default lab setup. Yeah, here when we go to default lab setup and do acid-base titration, we can see this. Okay, I will show one titration for you for spectrometer. Snelata, do we have time to show one small titration now?
Yes,
Sodium
we
hydroxide?
have till 1 o'clock. We are closing only at 1. So another 15 minutes time is there. Yeah.
Okay, so I will take a very
Snehata
simple
ma'am.
one, that is
Yes. Somebody is
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am. Yesterday's you said everything I have shared through Drive link,
Yes.
and
Madam,
question
I
in
have
the
one
chat
more
box,
doubt
but I
also.
cannot
Instead
make
of
out it is in the chat box.
Madam, here I have one more doubt also. Here we find the 10 molar H, 3 molar HCl, etc. Instead of molarities, can we make normalities here?
Normality is not available, sir. You calculate the normality of that solution.
Bilika.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
You
here we
will
cannot do it. We cannot do the normality here because it is already fixed. So we have the values that are given here are molarity only. M is given, no normality is given here because it's software. So whatever is fixed will be fixed. Like, we cannot change. Only the ones who write the code for this particular software can do it. So maybe teachers, if you are able to access to the people who have written the software and give your suggestions and whatever you require, maybe they can do. Okay, let me continue with one titration. So I will just take Snehata, can I take sodium hydroxide versus HCl?
I can. Yeah, you can do that, Madhuri. I'm going to that other link because
Yes,
people want me there. So you please manage
Okay,
this.
okay. Yes.
Somebody is asking a question. Yeah, who wants?
This is Sakhi. Ma'am, I
Yes,
just
yes.
want to know, when we are giving students to use this software, is any other way where they can see whether their whatever they are working it is correct or not? Now we are
There are some
telling the
auto-graded
answer
problems,
and-
ma'am. There is. I'll tell you today afternoon. Okay, I'll give a demo.
Oh,
There are auto-graded
sure.
problems online.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I will tell you.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. Yeah.
Snehalata ma'am.
Can you pose the same question in the forum, ma'am, so that we?
Yeah, please post the questions in the forum
Yeah,
so that
sure.
we can answer them, so that others also will benefit. Okay, let me
Another participant is asking.
Ma'am, Snehalata ma'am, you said that yesterday's this problem, whatever problem was there,
Yes.
you
yes,
have
yes.
shared in Google Drive. Can
Yes,
you just
I
share that
shared.
Google Drive link, ma'am?
Yes, just now I shared. I'll share again. Yes, I will
Okay,
share
ma'am.
it again.
Thank you,
May know
ma'am.
who is
Okay,
speaking,
okay.
ma'am. I can't see your name. Sony.
Okay, I will take
That's Sony
sulfuric
Jha.
acid. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for the suggestion. Who was given? Thank you, Sneha. Thank you.
Yeah, I have posted the drive link again. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we have got 1 m sulfuric acid. We don't have 0.1 m sulfuric
I have a
acid here.
question.
Yeah, please.
So how do we know the exact volume of MnOH added from burette? Because in the beginning, liquid level was not at 0.
Yeah, ma'am, but then it reads 0 because okay, let me show that. So when we take a burette, I need to dilute sulfuric acid. We don't have 0.1 m.
Actually, to subtract where the level is
Yes, yes.
and where, how
Okay,
much you
let
have,
me
the
show you how
initial
it
level and
happens.
final level, you have to
We
subtract.
have to subtract.
Initial
So,
level,
like
yeah.
when you fill up the burette, let me fill with burette with sodium hydroxide and show you what it happens. So, like 50, I'm adding and pour. So when I pour it here, it is when I click on the burette, ma'am, the volume here says. Can you see my screen? The volume says 50. So, but and yeah, so as in when we are adding, let me just show a dummy thing. Let me show. Uh, okay, so if I just take and start. Oh, sorry. Okay, so if I like just say if I'm adding 0.2 ml or sorry 0.5 ml and then I'm pouring it. So as and when I'm pouring, I'll just pour few drops for you just like that. So as in I'm pouring it, the value and then the volume here is the volume which is shown is for the Erlenmeyer. So yeah, and when you click on the burette, we can see that I have the volume has changed to 47.5. So what we have to do here is minus from 50. So 47.5, 50 minus 47.5 will give you
கோவர்தன் ஒரு
the volume
மெசேஜ் போஸ்ட் பண்ணிருந்தேன்
that is
பாத்தியா
random.
குரூப்ல
So in this case,
ஹலோ
47 point.
ஹலோ
So it is actually for 2.5 ml I have drawn. Okay, so I will just do the snake. Yeah, I will do the 0.1 of sulfuric acid and then show you all. First I will dilute sulfuric acid. So here we will take 10 versus 90. So 90 ml of water and 10 ml of, yes. So
This can be done in standard flask, no ma'am?
yeah, I am transferring into standard flask, sir. I can't directly transfer to the standard flask, so I'm taking the standard flask.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Are we not supposed to use the measuring cylinder here for graduated bed?
Yeah, I can pour. Yeah, okay, yes.
Because normally we don't pour
We
like
use,
this on the
yes,
left
we
hand.
can't pour like this. Yes. I will take 50 ml graduated cylinder. First add.
So, ma'am, stirrer is not available usually for such.
No, we do. Yes, no stirrer, ma'am. Sorry, no stirrer is available.
How to maintain the lower meniscus, madam? Lower meniscus, how to fill
It will be seen, sir. Sir, it will be seen when I'm pouring it into standard flask. You can see it. So here you can see the lower meniscus, sir. When I added 50, you can see it here. Okay, so I'm adding 50 ml to the earthenware flask first because I need to add 90 ml. So first 50 and then 40 more. So here we can see the meniscus sir who had asked me. And put it back. Now we will add the sulfuric acid, which is 10 ml. I'll take 10 ml graduated cylinder. Add 10 ml. So here you can see the lower meniscus. Now add this 10 ml to the flask. And then now add this whatever we have into the standard flask. See the lower meniscus here. Put it back. Now let us check the molarity in the aqueous mode. Yeah. It's 100 ml and the molarity says it's correct. 1 molar. Sorry, 0.1 molar. 1 into 10 to the power of minus 1. 0.1 molar is correct. Okay, now we will stand it. So I will just remove the used flasks so that we create some space. Okay, now let us take the burette. Fill with sodium hydroxide. And now that take a new earthenware flask 250 ml for titration process. And add 20 ml to it. Put it back. Okay, here we'll take our from the indicators cabinet. Let us take phenolphthalein. Close the cabinet. And now add 0.3 ml of
Madhuri,
yeah.
You can use a disposable pipette also. Just show them how to use.
But then sometimes
check.
the report may not work. But let me see.
Oh yeah. Just check if it works. Yeah.
No, it shows
No,
red
it is
mark.
not working. Okay,
It's not working.
It's not working. Fine.
So I will directly add 0.3 ml. Okay, so I have added 0.3 ml. Now it is 20.3 ml. We'll start to titrate. Okay, now let us see what the spectrometer reading says. When I click on the spectrometer, the reading will be, so I'll on the spectrometer. Initially, we don't see anything, but then as we titrate, we can see the values. 0.1, 0.2, I'll start with 0.5 ml. Click 4 because the endpoint is expected around 20 ml. So let me 4. We'll keep an eye on the spectrometer absorbance. I have already clicked the spectrometer radio button. Here it is. And also see the change in pH. Here please notice the temperature is changing. So I'll add quickly first and then slowly after some time then I'll change the transfer amount. Maybe I'll add realistic transfer. So I'm doing a realistic transfer method here. Participants, please keep an eye on the absorbance. We still have 0 values on the absorbance. Okay, so you can see the change in pH here. Now better. Okay, so I've added around 15 ml of sodium hydroxide. It's 29 already.
So Madhuri, it's already
Yeah.
1 o'clock. I think we
Yeah.
are late for the lunch.
No, but one thing is that there's something wrong. I feel has gone wrong because after passing 29 ml, also the endpoint is not same.
Did you see? Did you put the phenolphthalein?
Yes, yes. Let me do again.
Click on the flask. Click on the flask. Click on the flask.
No, because I don't see any absorbance even after passing.
Click on the flask, Madhuri. Click on the flask. Yeah, so
Yeah,
make it aqueous. Make it aqueous. Okay, phenolphthalein is there.
Yeah. Phenolphthalein is there. I had added it.
How many ml you took? How many ml you took?
20 ml. 20 ml.
And how many ml of where did you took NaOH? Because your NaOH is 10 times less. You took 0.1 NaOH instead of 1 molar.
Yeah,
0.1 molar.
yes. No,
That
but
is the
I
reason.
no, but I actually no. I have diluted it. The flask contains diluted sodium hydroxide. I did it exactly, but 0.1 dilution only I had done. What we have in standard flask is 0.1.
0.1 of HCl. 0.1 of HCl.
No, H2SO4.
H2SO4.
Yeah.
Okay, then it needs double, na? You have two.
Oh yes,
two
we have
protons,
two,
isn't it?
yeah, around 40.
Then
Sorry.
you do till 40. Okay.
40.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Continue.
is what I was wondering.
Continue.
Yeah. Okay. It's 40, isn't it? I was wondering why it is not happening. Yes, twice. Yes.
Diprotic. It's diprotic.
Diprotic. Yeah. So, yes. So around 40 the expected end point.
Yeah. Still not coming? Yeah.
No, still not. It has come to 40 already. Maybe few more drops.
Made few more drops. Yeah. Few more drops.
Yeah, we don't still see the absorbance.
I showed this experiment just now before you came. I showed the same experiment with spectrometer.
So they had asked, is it that I'm doing?
Yeah. Do it. Let me see.
No, but it shouldn't take so long, no?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
It is 90 versus 10, isn't it? So 0.1. Maybe the solution.
I think something is wrong, Madhuri.
Yeah, I think.
Click on the flask. Click on your chemical flask. In such cases, it's better to start again.
Yeah, I think
they can go for lunch.
Lunch, yes.
Then we can do it.
We can do it again. Yeah, because something went wrong with the other.
Yeah.
Feel
We'll
so.
do it again.
Yeah.
So
Let me again dilute it actually. So it is 90 versus 10, is it?
yeah.
0.1 m. Okay, Snellata, when we come back after lunch, we'll do the same experiment, is it?
Yeah, if anybody asks, we can show. Yeah, same experiment we can do. But for now, we'll leave for lunch. Okay?
Yes.
So participants, come back at 2 o'clock. It's already time. Okay. Yeah, let's take break for lunch.
Thank you.